So, I've introduced the location that you're at. Now I want to introduce the program that you're attending today. Could somebody raise their hand and tell me the first word of the name of the event you're attending? What's the first one? Wood, yeah. Because we're going to learn all about how we use wood here today. Especially, we'll learn about many products we make from wood. And you'll actually get to go to a sawmill and they will take a log, a red cedar log that came off of my family's farm, and they will put it on a portable sawmill and saw it up into little boards. And you could see those and touch those and smell them. They smell kind of like a gerbil cage. Oh, yeah, clean gerbil cage. Yeah, it's important. All right, what is the second word of our program today? Magic, because we think forests are a magical place. And you guys are going to get to see some cool magic tricks today. I might perform a few tricks for you if you ooh and ah and clap a lot after it. And at lunch, Mr. Danny has a special trick he's going to do for you.
My specialty. I make it disappear. I'm going to make pizza disappear.
Well, what kind of pizza do we have for today, Mr. Danny?
It's your fault.
Well,
he ordered it. I did.
The principal called and told me that they have this healthy eating initiative.
Oh no.
We have to get some
That's what I
healthy
said.
pizza.
Oh no. So anyhow, thanks to Mr. Bond, we have goat cheese and broccoli. And liver and onions.
Really high in iron. It's really good for you.
They press it and do something to it. It looks like pepperoni and cheese. You got
You
it.
guys have never done that. Okay, what is the third word of our program here today? Forest, yes. So we're out in the forest, we're in the National Forest, and on the refuge here, we're surrounded by the trees and the longleaf pine, the lobelight pine, and all those. And you're going to get to go to a station today called the Gifts of the Forest, where you'll learn about all the many cool things we get from the forest. And during that, you will probably play a game called The Web of Life. And you might be an eagle soaring over the forest, or a squirrel around the bark of a tree, or a big, majestic oak with your
Or the
branches
nut that
spread.
fell from it.
What's the last word of my program today? Fair, because here at Wood Magic we treat everyone fairly.
Now, Mr. Bond, we do treat everyone fair. Yes. But fair means like, you go to the World Fair, State Fair, and you get games. We got popcorn, we got all these neat things for you to see. We got machinery out there. We got some really, really smart people that knows all these things about sawmills and wood products and all that. That's really going to. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to make learning fun.
We know that your teachers already know that learning is fun. We're hopefully going to get that in your heads today too. All right, so we've introduced ourselves, we've introduced the program. I guess we're done. We can go now.
Oh, you forgot the special guest.
Oh, right. We know this weird tree. He has a name. Do you guys know any trees with names? I know the Burr Brothers. Do y'all know the Burr Brothers? Timber and lumber. Well, this tree is named Fred. And Fred has a dream. So he's going to tell you about his dream. And in the video, there's quite a few numbers. I want you to pay special attention to the numbers and what the numbers mean, because Mr. Danny's kind of a numbers freak, he really likes math and whatnot. So he's going to want to quiz you on those numbers as soon as the video's over. All right? You guys think you can handle that? Let's do it.
Fine counsel. 4 by 2? We usually say 2 by 4. It's the same thing. Yes, sir. 25 what? No. 25 what? 3 for how many what? Okay, 25 trees for a house. Yes, ma'am. What? 60 what?
Seedlings.
Seedlings. How many? For everyone that's... Yeah, okay. You got it. It's in there. Just question.
That number is really important today. You're probably going to hear it at every station. They're going to want to know, for every tree we cut down, how many trees do we replant, or how many trees do we replant for every tree we cut down. But y'all are way ahead of them. You already know the answer, right? What is it? Right? So this is one time today. You don't have to raise your hands. You don't have to wait for them to finish the question. You can just blurt the answer out every time you hear this question today. You guys think that sounds like fun?
Yeah.
Totally. You want to practice?
Yeah.
For every tree we cut down, how many trees do we plant? Oh, you guys are on top of that. All right, great job. Do we have any more numbers?
How old was Fred?
65.
Okay. That's a big number. How many trees are planted?
6 million.
No.
Millions.
A billion. Good job.
Those are trees planted by humans every year. Of course, nature's planting a lot more out there. All right, we got through some numbers. We're ready for some vocabulary words now, I think. My specialty. Okay. So the first one is actually a trick one because it's actually 2 words. But these 2 words together refer to all the things that we get from nature that we turn into all the products we use every day. When you're born, you guys want to raise your hands and give me the answers? Come on. I'm just blurt it out. That was for the 5 question. Let me finish my spiel. All right, what is it? All right, you guys are on top of it. So all the things we get from nature every day. When you're born, you're naked. You got nothing. And that's everything that you get in life from now on comes from natural resources, right? Okay. So there's a specific kind of natural resource that you can harvest and replant and grow again, and harvest and replant and grow again, and harvest, replant and grow again, forever, never, 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 never. What do we call those kinds of natural resources? Renewable resources, exactly. And we think at Wood Magic that renewable is a really special word. We have a little trick here to demonstrate. I think I need a lovely assistant. Look at all the lovely boys. What's your name? Trinity, will you come down and help me, please? Oh dear. Okay. Did y'all know trees can fly?
Nope. Yeah.
All right, Trinity, let me see you real quick. Oh wait, I forgot to zip the zipper yet. The bear's gonna come to school for you to zip your zipper. Okay, let us see here. Magic key, magic key, magic key, magic key. Pull a giant tree. You're not very good at this magic stuff, are you? oh, right, the magic word. Okay, plan it again. Y'all say the magic word for me 3 times.
Renewable, renewable, renewable.
Now reach in and see it. There's a whole tree in there, oh my gosh. Oh, there's a little seedling, newly germinated, like a little baby tree. It's going to grow up a little bit from a sapling, come out of Wood Magic and learn about itself. And it's going to get to become like a pulpwood tree, like a teenager. It's going to stay up too late, talking on the phone, maybe drive a car too fast, something like that, generally misbehave. And it's going to get a little older, become a mature adult tree and make seeds of its own. And so we're going to replant it, stick it down deep in there. In there real good. Okay. And you guys tell me the magic word 3 more times. There goes my rune seed. Oh well. Thank you, dear. So if we have some resources that are renewable, there must be another type of natural resource that isn't renewable. Non-renewable, exactly. All right, so we have some quick examples of that. They're not so quick. We're on time. Is that the right form? Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys know what this black rock is? This is coal. And what's this plastic? This ball made of? Plastic. The plastic is made from petroleum, coal, and petroleum. Both items we call fossil fuels. They're essentially deposits of carbon from living organisms that lived a long, long, long time ago and have been pressed under tons of heat and pressure under rocks and soil for millennia, for millions of years usually, and they're turned into fossils. But instead of being like fossilized rock bones, they're these things we call fossil fuels. And we burn these things to produce energy, to light lights, to run our cars. They release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is what we call a greenhouse gas. You guys know what greenhouse gases are doing? Global warming, global climate change, yeah. So as we burn these things, we're putting more and more carbon in the atmosphere. We've known for 150 years that carbon dioxide and methane are greenhouse gases that in an enclosed space trap heat. And here we are putting more and more of it into our atmosphere, trapping heat with it constantly. And so that is what we need to worry about as far as not overusing these. And mining them is also really destructive. and we can't get more of them. Eventually we're gonna run out. So if we can use other sources of renewables and renewable energy, then that's better hopefully than these and better for the planet. Similarly, we have to mine all the metals that we use, like iron and aluminum. Mining is extremely impactful, human impacts on the environment, a lot of pollution that results from mining. And we can take these items and do what with them rather than throw them in a dump? Recycle them, and that saves a large amount of energy because these are recyclables. Similarly, glass and paper, recyclables. But also if I were to drop this jar, would it be there 10 years later in the woods? How about if I dropped this paper, or the glass jar absolutely would be there 10 years from now. Would the paper? No, the paper would do what? It would disintegrate, or it would rot, or decompose, or it would biodegrade. So this big 5th grade word, biodegradable, we gotta break it down a little bit for you. Bio means life. Degrade, not just the grades Mr. Danny got in school. You got some C's too, I hear. No, to degrade means to break down over time, and able to be broken down by life, biodegradable. So we think trees are particularly magical, say these with me, natural resource, because they are renewable and recyclable and biodegradable. Great, okay. Enjoy your day with magic. Follow your guides. They know where you're going, so they know your future. Keep track of them. Don't set anything on fire you're not supposed to. Have fun.